Very emotional, surprising victory in some ways, and you went up against a team that you told me you had revered for quite some time, LGD. How do you feel now going up against IG?
IG's we played IG twice in the group stages. The games didn't go that well, but we have a lot of confidence after yesterday's win. So we're just going to go by our plan and then hopefully execute it really well and beat them.
What is it like to know the fan base that you have here? I mean, we're talking hours and hours ago when the fans first started filing in. We ran into, they're probably out there right now, dressed in nothing but American flags, and they called themselves the Ameribros. Your thoughts?
I didn't know about that, but that's actually really cool that we sparked that much interest. I mean, last night was exhilarating. It's something, it was once in a lifetime, so hopefully we can have that again tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing it. Good luck.
Thank
you. Thank you very much.
Sam Sosale, Boba, Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Michael Gannum, IX Mike 88, Livonia, Michigan.
Stephen Ashworth, Korak, Richmond, Virginia.
Tyler Cook, TC, Calgary, Canada.
Brian Lee, Fluff, Palos Verdes, California.
Team Liquid, the only team to finish the prelims in the lower bracket and still make it to the top 8. They've done so far so good. Korok, TC, Fluff and Stuff, IX, Mike and Bulba now have the biggest challenge to date. They're going up against the returning champions. Obviously, they want to be champions, defending champions, sorry, of the international, Invictus Gaming. Can the boys in blue take it home?
I'm actually pretty scared for them. As hailed as Bulba's Clockwork is, during the last game that they played, they got 0-2'd by IG, and Ferrari had this amazing Shadow Fiend that just dominated Bulba's Clockwork in mid. They didn't really seem prepared for it, and I would like to see them more prepared in this match so that they can advance Team USA.
I think they can do it. They have a lot of confidence going in through the loser bracket without losing. They realized how great of a home crowd and home turf advantage they have, and I feel like they've had the time to really analyze on the replays against IG, whereas IG has been spending a lot of time first of all in the winner bracket and then focusing on their matches afterwards.
Yeah, well, they seem ready, but of course Invictus Gaming should be ready as well. I'm sure they're going to want to move on further into the tournament, and Casey will find out as she has an interview with Faith.
Right now joining me is Faith with IG and Josh helping with the translation. Starting off, I want to ask if you were surprised at all by Liquid's performance in their last game.
请问就是看 Liquid 上一场比赛，看到他们表现有没有感觉到意外？
因为老顽劣的话就是一个单核炼金 ，Liquid 的阵容算是比较克他们，可能是他们想好放他们炼金，因为他们有 Benny 发条加电魂，所以这个炼金很难输出。
He says that maybe not because the roster, the lineup that Liquid picked tends to counter LGD's single core pick, which was just an alchemist. Liquid, they had Razor, Clockwork, and Bane to counter that, so maybe it wasn't that big of a surprise based on the picks.
What is your strategy moving forward? And you don't have to actually give away anything, but after watching that game and how they played, did that affect your strategy for jumping into this one versus Liquid?
就是问在不透露你们的战术想法的前提下，问一下，看完 Liquid 那一场比赛有没有做什么心理上的调整什么的？
打他们的话，一般的话感觉还是跟以前那样打，
就按照自己的打法。
原来因为已经。 本来就小组赛的时候已经碰过他们了，已经讨论过他们就是跟以前的想法一样打。
So mainly they're just planning on playing their own game as always because they've already played against them in the group stages, and so they're pretty confident with that.
So they know how it's going to feel. All right, thank you very much, Faith. Best of luck to you.
Wong Hock Chuan, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
邓宏达 ，Faith。 广东 China，
洛菲茨 Ferrari 武汉 China，
江城 YYF 上海 China，
陈瑶周湖南 China。
Invictus Gaming, despite being last year's champions, this tournament 2013 they've been a bit rocky. Tron, Zhou, Faith, YYF and Ferrari are the favourites going into this, but will they be able to handle the pressure, handle the home team? I guess, guys, I just want to go straight to the game. It's on now. Are you ready for this?
Go for it.
All right, we're going to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Team Liquid versus Invictus Gaming. Best of luck to both of the teams. It's over to the match.
Team Liquid versus defending champions IG.
Welcome back, everybody, inside the Battle Royal Hall. We are here, IG versus Liquid, the best of one lower bracket match. I am Toby1.
And I'm Wagamama, and this is going to be awesome.
Man, this is just going to be brilliant. The draft is already underway.
Yeah.
The guys were flashing through it, even as we're watching the guys before they started.
I want to head into it, man.
Yeah, I want to look at it as well, man. I also want to talk about just the fun spirit between these teams. Liquid, we had them just playing around with taunts before the game's going to start, a couple of waves over here, a couple of stairs over there, but now we get into serious business. The draft is available to the crowd right now, and we already see we almost all through the bans. Wisp and Chen, they took a grand total of about 3 seconds to actually ban out, and then you take out the Visage, the Enchantress, the Naga, the Razor, the Beastmaster, and Liquid open up with a big solo mid. They have the OD, they get the Life Stealer, and Batrider slips through for one of the rare times, and they also take him out with the Weaver, and that is IG's first 2.
Yeah, and Batrider is such a dangerous hero. It really allows you to both defend and push in a very, very different manner. But Liquid, with that strong solo mid, he can do just fine against Batrider unless there's some strong gankers. But you know what we haven't seen? Neither of these teams have picked up a supporter yet.
That is true.
Not a single one. So
we were talking about during the last game when supporters got more priority. Right now, it's like, no, we want the cores we want to play with.
Oh, yes.
But when you have something like a Batrider, this kind of thing is forced. And like, Liquid know they're playing with fire, quite literally. They give the Batrider to IG, but they say the trade-off should be worth it. But trade-off isn't going to be worth it. OD's a great strong laner, but Lifestealer can be controlled up by the Batrider. Weaver, however, hard to control unless OD gets that Scythe of Ice.
Hard to control, but he can also not very often man-fight against Lifestealer, and OD can get some amazing DPS going. We see Tree and Protector being banned out by TC here, as he's going to head into his third pick as well. But I feel that the damage is definitely there for Team Liquid, but they need to have ability to hit right-click, and I love this pickup. Rubik against Weaver and Batrider, there's no reason not to pick him.
There's so many wonderful abilities, because you take that Shukuchi and you're able to just, like, we always talk about it when a Rubik gets picked up. How does Rubik get into the battle? You can have Blink Daggers, but you can also steal wonderful abilities. You got heroes like Queen of Pain, for example. They're wonderful, and this gives maybe an extra option later on in the game if Lifesteal is looking for an Infest buddy to jump with. Rubik can even become that kind of option if you can steal the Shukuchi. But I'm looking for something else for Lifestealer. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm kind of thinking, are we going to see the clockwork from Bulba?
We could see it. We could see it for sure. It's a very nice hero. If Batrider jumps in and you have good positioning with a clockwork, you can do some amazing counter there.
Yep.
And he will be able to just hook and lock him down. But it also takes incredible positioning from the clockwork to predict that. So
it's Bulba.
It is Bulba. We saw it. We saw it. So we will see now what Faith is going to pick up as their third hero, Rubik being the supporter of Liquid. I sort of feel that they want to have some quick burst damage that can go along with this Batrider. When you grab one, just get rid of him really fast. And you already have the long duration chase power. With a Weaver, you can chase down and kill enemies over long duration. And there's some decent burst.
Yeah, some decent burst, some decent initiation, but we are looking at a double invis lineup now for IG. When you have heroes on Team Liquid, which are actually like decent gem carriers, and early gem carriers too. Lifestealer, difficult to bring down with that Infest and Rage, and even OD, when you got that Imprisonment up your sleeve, he can save anybody else on his team, let alone himself.
Yeah, OD is definitely good if someone gets grabbed, so he's going to be the target pretty much for this game. For Batrider, if he can grab the OD and then force Steph out, or even in the early stage just run out, then that's going to be just fine. There's also a danger for what happens if he doesn't grab him, because then you just put the target down and there will be no damage really dealt.
Yeah. Well, Team Liquid, fourth pickup. They're going to use their extra time, because there is your captain on the screen right now, Fluff and Stuff. Well, he's not the man doing the drafting, though.
No,
that's in the hands of TC.
And it's always pretty much an entire team effort when you have all these days thinking about what you're going to do in such an important day like this. And for a best of one.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Liquid, they took down LGD. That's an amazing feat.
That's just crazy to even think about it. But to take out, like, you look at the last top three teams of TI2. The top 3 teams of TI2 were Na'Vi, LGCM, and IG. And they've taken one of them. If they can take the second right now, nothing could stop the Americans.
No, not really. And we see 2 of the mana supporters being picked up. Crystal Maiden and Keeper of the Light going to be the pickups.
I'm wondering if now we're staring down the barrel of a PL, and TC might be thinking exactly the same thing right now.
Might be. TC thinking about what he should remove here. The carries, of course, not picked up yet by IG.
It could still